The Philippines is the 5th largest island country in the world and contains over 7,640 islands. It is also home to over 100 million people and over 185 different ethnic groups. The top 4 ethnic groups in the Philippines include the Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, and Bisaya. Yet the country is home to a slew of other ethnic groups, each with their own traditions and customs. With a prehistory of ancient human activity dating back to at least 709,000 years, the Philippines is truly a remarkable place of exploration to learn more about our human story. 47,000 years ago, there existed a landmass known as Sunda, and it connected mainland Southeast Asia to the Philippines. Sundaland allowed the first wave of human migrants who left Africa more than 70,000 years ago to enter into the archipelago. Basal Australasian, which is a core DNA component found high in groups like the Andamanese and Papuans, is also found high in over 30 different ethnic groups within the Philippines, the most notable of which are the Aita in Luzon, the Ati in the Visayas, and the Mamanwa in Mindanao. Luzon is the biggest island in the Philippines and is home to over 53 million people. It is here within these mountain ranges that we find a people unlike any other, the Igorot. Both Igorot men and women ordain themselves in intricate anthropomorphic and geometric tattoos, and this tradition of tattooing can be found across an array of other Austronesian groups. Most notably, the Igorot are known to be the only group who resisted direct Spanish rule. The Igorot and other Cordilleran groups serve as the best model for the first wave of Austronesian people to enter into the Philippines. Their ancestors left Taiwan between 7,000 to 3,000 years ago and would spread all across the archipelago, transforming it radically. The south of the Philippines is home to some of the most beautiful beaches. It has a culture like no other, being dubbed the land of promises for its untapped nature and beautiful coastlines. In the 14th century, because of trade with Arab merchants, the mighty Brunei Empire started to spread its influence into the Philippines. The people who converted to Islam came to be known as the Morrows, and today in the southern parts of the Philippines, their descendants number in their millions. For most of their history, these people have been nomadic seafaring people who live off by subsistence fishing. They keep close to the shore by erecting houses on stilts and travel using a lepa, handmade boats which many still use today. Before the Spanish arrived, the Philippines was at the fringes of many Buddhist, Hindu, and Muslim empires that spanned for over 6 centuries. Empires like the Srivijaya and Majapahit had a lasting effect on the archipelago. In 1564, the archipelago was renamed to the Philippines by the Spanish, who named it in honor of King Philip II of Spain. During this 300-year period, the culture of the Philippines was radically impacted. Today, up to 90% of all Filipinos adhere to Roman Catholicism, making it the 3rd largest Catholic country after Brazil and Mexico. I hope by now you can see that the Filipino identity is not just a monolith, but in fact comprises of delicate layers which have all contributed to the establishment of a broad Austronesian family. More videos about the Austronesians will be underway, so make sure you are subscribed to see them. Please consider liking, commenting, and sharing this video. It helps immensely. And this video would be impossible without Ancestral's kind patrons and research team, whose ranks you can join via the links in the description to know our schedule, get early access to our videos, access our Discord, and much more. This is Ali from Ancestral Brew signing off.